Hi, boys and girls. This is the light bulb lab. That's Jet over there. Hi. So when you come in, you're going to sit on a circle, and you're going to sit crisscross on a circle. If you don't sit crisscross, people can't see. This area is for teachers only. Please do not touch any of this without asking the teacher every single time, even if it's something cool. This is where we put things that we want, that teachers can only touch. When the whiteboard's down, you have to wait until it goes back up to use all of these with the marbles, but you can use these marbles. So this is a little confusing because these are on the no touch counter, but that's okay. You can always use the marbles because we just want to keep them right there. And this is the marble run you can use. Next, you can use the Lego wall. We do not use a computer. This is all teacher things. This is the Lego wall. You can build on it however you want. Please do not come up and just take everything off. It looks really boring and we like it to look cool. You can take off some little pieces so you have an area to work with, but please don't remove everything. Guess what you do if you drop Legos? Pick them up. Don't just leave them on the floor. We do not want people stepping on them, and that could hurt someone. So always pick up before you go somewhere else. These are super fun, but they're not to be picked up. You can scoot them around on the floor, but don't pick them up. We've already had a few break and then they leak everywhere. So you can step on them, you can slide them around, but don't pick them up and don't stand them up. When it's time to clean up, guess what? You don't have to clean them up. They stay out, so don't pick them up and clean them up. These big Legos are really, can be really dangerous if they go too tall. They cannot go taller than your head. So I don't mind if you build with them, but do not make them taller than your head, and they're really loud, so please do not drop them. You're not gonna knock them over. Nothing in this room is to be destroyed. So we never build something to destroy it. We only build to learn. This is the cool train table. So somebody made a really cool track, probably Jetter's baby, and I don't want you destroying it. You can take it apart to move it a little bit if you want, but when it's time to clean, leave it. You don't clear off that table. This is supposed to be there. So when we start singing clean up, don't move all of that and put it all in the bucket. Okay, you can redesign, but don't take them off. Same thing as a Lego wall for pegboard. The pegboard is fun, but don't come over and just clear it all off so it looks very boring. You can make a little spot for yourself if you want. Guess what happens if you drop a peg? Pick it up. Don't leave pegs on the floor. This is a new little station. So this is the kitchen station. You can play with it, but clean up the floor before you leave. You have to clean the floor. That's the hardest part for kids. These are the magnet tiles. This is plastic so it can break. We never destroy. We always take from the top. Why don't we take from the bottom? Because they'll all fall and break the table. You always take from the top. Don't destroy. You do not have to come over when it's time to clean and grab them all because your friend was playing there and it's time to clean. That causes a fight. They can clean up, and if they need help, you can help, but do not come over and destroy something they built. That's very frustrating. So you can only go as tall as your arm. See, you can't go taller than that because if it's too tall, they fall and break the table. So look at your arm, how tall is your arm on the table, and that's how tall they can go. You can play with any of these things over here too. The puppets, if you fight with them, you have to sit in timeout. So you have to go to the circle for 2 minutes. The puppets do not get fight. Don't fight with anything in here actually. So if you get caught fighting, you have to go sit in timeout. But you can play with any of this. You can play with these. Look how they connect. Aren't these cool? The straw and connectors. So you can even make round things. You can go as tall as you want. The hardest part with these is when it's time to clean. You have to take them all apart to clean them up. And so a lot of kids just want to shove their creation in the bucket, but it doesn't fit. So this is a station that we need help with. So a lot of times we'll ask you to come help others. Don't be lazy. Always help your friends clean up, please. These are fun if you make a design. But we keep these certain marbles. These are a little smaller than normal marbles. We keep them in here so that way you don't have to run over to the other area. So when you're finished and you want to clean, just put your marbles right there. That way they're there for the next person. But you do have to take apart to clean up. Take apart, don't destroy. This is checkers if you know how to play. If you don't know how to play, we have a QR code we've made you can scan with the iPad. So if you ever see iPads, it's not so you can watch YouTube. It's just to scan QR codes so you can learn. This is a learning place. These are fun and you can brush their teeth, but please don't be rough with things in here. People break things all the time. I want to show you these cool things. These are hole punches. See, it's an umbrella. You can pick whatever you want. And you put the paper right in there, you slide it in. Oh, it got stuck to my tape. And then you push down really hard with your hand like this. And then it makes a little hole punch, but guess what it also makes? A little umbrella. So should these be left on the floor? No, you clean up your messes. The art station is the messiest, so that's where we need a lot of help. When you cut something, you're supposed to clean it up. So if you don't clean, you don't get to play. So next time you might have to sit out for a little bit if you don't do it correctly. One paper per person. So let's say you decide you want to make a bookmark and cut it out. You can cut out some of these. You can keep however many you want of this. But let's say you don't use the whole thing. You don't have to throw that away because that can be reused. So you can set it there. Now if it's just a little piece of trash or something, don't set it there. You can put it in the fun little trash can or the trash can over here by the door. Okay, so if you see iPads, you don't just grab it. You have to know what you're using it for. It's for a QR code. Okay, boys and girls, I hope we use it correctly. We don't ever throw and we don't ever put things in pockets. Even if you think you're just gonna save it for a minute, we think you're stealing and that's not okay. So then you get in big trouble. One more thing, the Lincoln Logs are really fun and you can bring them down to the floor. So you can bring any of these things off the counter and put them on the floor. But these are super loud when you put one in. And so when it's time to clean, I don't want you throwing them in because listen, see how loud that is? And we've got 4th graders learning around us. So you're gonna gently put those in when you clean. So I hope you love this space, but please keep it nice and neat before you leave. Boys and girls, on the marble run, if you put a marble on and it falls down, and it might fall behind the stairs, leave it, okay? Now don't leave that. You have to go find that even if it goes under the tablecloth. So you always have to go chase your marble, but if it goes behind the stairs, leave it. Leave it there. I don't want you moving the stairs. Always go find it unless it goes behind the stairs. Also, you can only have 1 marble per person. A lot of kids do not listen and they get a whole handful and they drop a whole handful on there and they have to sit in timeout. 1 marble per person. Okay, boys and girls, you can't stand on these stools. They're not safe and they fall over and you could get really hurt. I don't mind if you sit on them or if you get maybe a little bit on your knees, but do not stand on the stools, please. If you come up somewhere and there's too many people, don't cry and throw a fit and act like a baby. Just come to the teacher and we'll set a timer. And then when the timer goes off, they have to pick another spot and then you can be there. So we're gonna not act like babies. We're just gonna set a timer and then switch.